Good evening, my dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear gods. Mahavatar TV welcomes you to the 21 days online holistic wellness and meditation program batch 17 day 11. Today we have Madam Parneel. She is going to share her wisdom about the topic, the magic of surrender. So before we start the session, let me introduce her. Parneel Madam is a multifaceted spiritual guide, fashion designer, and entrepreneur with over 15 years of experience in meditation, yoga, and spiritual growth. Parneel ji has evolved into a compassionate teacher, healer, and counselor. Her diverse background spans 11 years in television, film, fashion design, founding her own fashion brand, and teaching at the Art of Living organization. She is also certified in Kriya Kundalini Yoga and various healing modalities. Parneel ji now shares her wisdom through meditation, yoga, and pranayama classes. She also conducts spiritual counseling and healing for the people who are in need, thereby empowering them on their own spiritual journey. We are happy to have you, Parneel ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So I welcome all of you friends to this wonderful session, The Magic of Surrender. First of all, let me thank all the masters and friends who have joined here. I thank the masters Pallavi ma'am, Sindura ma'am, and Deepika ma'am for giving me this lovely opportunity. I thank great Ranganath sir ji for this wonderful opportunity and being a part of this program. And I thank the great Grandmaster Patri sir ji and the great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji. So, just before starting, should we do a small prayer? Yeah, just a 2-minute prayer so that we can just ground our energies. We get centered before starting the session so that you can absorb the session more beautifully. Yeah. So all we have to do is we just close our eyes and I will say the prayer. Yeah. Take a normal breath in and breathe out. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. We thank the great divine for giving us this opportunity of spiritual growth, and we invite the divine to take over this session and give us the full benefit of this session so that we can apply this knowledge in our daily lives. Thank you, divine. Thank you all. Now, whenever you feel complete, you may gradually and slowly open your eyes. Good. We'll start. Yes. I want you all to participate. Participants are very less, but never mind. I want you all to participate. Let it be an interactive session. And those who are not opening their cameras, I request that you all open your cameras, because if we give 100% only, we will get 100%. If we give 60% on not putting on our cameras, we will get 60% benefit. So for your own well-being and for your own benefit, please put on your cameras and be engaging in the session. Okay?
Yeah. Today our participants didn't yet join. I think they'll keep on joining. We'll see.
Not a problem. So now this session is about the magic of surrender. It is from this audio book by N. Gas Life. You can get this on YouTube if you type it. Okay, later on you can even listen to the whole book. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has said that you have the right to action, but not to the fruit of the action. Right? So, what does it actually mean? So, today we are going to learn the actual meaning of this line that Lord Krishna has said, and the meaning of surrender, the importance of surrender is mentioned in many holy books also. It is mentioned in the Gurbani, it's mentioned in the Holy Bible, and it's mentioned in our Gita also. So the power and the magic of surrender, the importance of surrender is mentioned in a lot of holy books. So that is why we are going to delve deep into what is the magic of surrender. So what is surrender? Surrender is not being attached to the results of our actions. It means that we are not attached to the results. We do our actions and we surrender the results of our actions to the divine or to a higher power. In simple words, it is a process which encourages to let go of the idea that we are in control of everything and embrace the many opportunities that come in our life. So in simple words, if I explain now, in modern times, this may be very difficult to understand and follow because everybody, most of the people are doing corporate jobs where there are so many targets to be achieved, right? And in our personal lives also, we have so many goals. So what we do is we keep taking action, we keep pursuing our goal. And as a result of pursuing our goals, what happens is we get so caught up in the result of our goal that we become stressed and we become anxious. So surrender teaches us to be free of that attachment of the result. It simply means have a goal, do your action, and then give your 100% and then surrender the result, the attachment of the result that will come of your actions. An example we can give is a leaf. You know, a dried leaf, have you seen? It's flowing in the river, right? So what happens when you see that leaf flowing in the river? It's flowing effortlessly. Have you seen a leaf flowing in the river? How many of you have seen? You can do a thumbs up. Yeah, we've seen some leaves are flowing in the river. So what happens is that we see that the leaf is flowing effortlessly. It is not, stuck anywhere. It just keeps moving wherever the water is moving. We've noticed that, right? So just like that, when we are in surrender, what happens is our life becomes an effortless flow. We start moving with the flow of life. We do not get caught in the resistance. So what happens is when the results are not coming, we resist, no? We resist. Why is this not happening the way I want it? Isn't it? So what we do with surrender is we give up that idea that I can control everything and we start moving with the flow of life. And when we do this, a shift in perspective happens. Instead of being caught up in that result and the problems which are coming of not achieving the result, we now start focusing on the many opportunities which are coming up in our life. It is like, if I can give an example, it is like you want to travel from Mumbai to Bangalore. Okay. So now, how many ways are there? There are 3-4 ways you can travel. Either you can travel by car, or you can travel by train, or you can travel by aeroplane also, right? But when we decide that we want to go by train, we get so stuck up in that that no, I want to book ticket, I'm not getting ticket, I have to reach on this time, and all this causes stress to us. But probably God wants you to take the the flight, no? So we must be open to the other opportunities also. Sometimes we can take a flight also and reach Bangalore. In both ways, you're reaching Bangalore, right? But what is happening? We are stuck up that we want to go in a certain way only, and that is why the stress is coming in our life. Yeah. Or you can go by car because car is even cheaper, right? Now you have to surrender again and again in life. Surrender is not a one-time thing. You have to surrender again and again. You have to surrender every day in life. Now everyone just hold your hand like this in a fist. We'll all hold our hand in a fist like that and we make it very tight. What happens? Are we feeling pain while making it very tight? We are feeling pain, right? Now release this.
Yeah. Hello, Neeluji, you're muted.
Huh? It's come back.
Yeah. I think there's some technical net issues.
Has it come back?
Yes, yes. We can hear your voice, but the video is
Can you hear me?
fluctuating. So, yeah, keep on talking, Neeluji. We can hear you.
Yeah. So when we release our fist, that is the time when everything can come in your palm. If you're holding it tight, some problem, then what will happen? It will only cause you pain. But when you release the wrist, your hand, then so many more opportunities can come in your life. So that is example. And in the law of attraction, can you hear me clearly? Deepika, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am. Go.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. There's no issue with your voice. You can continue.
Okay. So in the law of attraction, it says that one main trick is that when you are manifesting your dreams, you must not hold to the outcome of the result. When you hold to the outcome of the result, that is the time when your dreams don't get manifested. It is like, you are sowing seeds. Anybody has done gardening? So in gardening, what you do, you sow a seed, you cover it up with soil, then you put water in that, and then you wait for the seeds to come up as a sapling. Now, what will happen if you go on digging and seeing whether the sapling is coming or no?
Ma'am, please check the network. Neelu ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am, you can continue now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it does not. So that is how what we do is we put our manifestation for our dreams. We do our actions also. But what happens is we keep on getting anxious whether the result is coming or no. We keep trying to find out whether the result is coming or no. And as a result, the result becomes even delayed and sometimes it does not come at all. It is exactly like that seed. If we will dig it up again and again, and if we will see that it is coming or no, then this will not come. The plant will not come. So it does not mean giving up on your dreams. It does not mean giving up the way you want to live in your life. It just means that we have to be detached from the result of our action. And suppose if the result has not come in the same way, what it is trying to teach us is this lesson is that look for other opportunities. See the opportunities. There can be many more ways of achieving your goal. By doing this, we get a lot of freedom in our life. We get a lot of peace, and it gives us a lot of relief from anxiety and stress, because we are holding on that we want the
Ma'am,
result
sorry
in
for
a
interruption.
certain way.
Just 1 minute. Ma'am, can you just bring your camera near? Actually, participants are saying they are not hearing your voice.
Y'all can hear now.
Yeah, but there is little bit a glitch. A cracky voice is coming. Just bring your camera near.
It's very near, ma'am. Now,
Okay. Yeah.
now can you
Better,
hear?
better. Yes, much better. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So when we release the attachment to the action, the result, it gives us a lot of peace, freedom, and relief from anxiety and stress. For this, we must trust the divine and have implicit faith that the divine will always do what's best for us. So while we are surrendering, we also need to have a faith that the divine will do what's best for us. The universe has even bigger and better plans for us. So next time, whenever you are not, your dreams are not happening the way you want, your goals are not happening the way you want, that time tell yourself that the universe has even bigger plans for us. So now it says embrace the unknown and say I am exactly where I need to be. Whenever you feel I am not where I need to be, but actually the universe is telling you you are exactly where you need to be. This affirmation gives you a lot of relief from the stress of the result of your action. So embrace the unknown. We do not embrace the unknown. We're always wanting a particular result. But if we free ourselves from that, we embrace the unknown and we remain in a state of peace. So in Hindi they say man ka ho to acha, na ho to aur bhi acha. What is the meaning of that? It means exactly that. If it is happening according to your way, the result is coming, then it is good. But if it is not happening the way you wish it to be, it is even better. Why? Because the divine is planning something better for you. What else should we surrender now? Let's look at that. We need to surrender our judgments of people, judgments of situations, and we need to even surrender expectations. Usually we have so many expectations, like in all the previous sessions, this talk of judgment and expectation has been spoken about, but we can do a simple technique that we just surrender our expectations from certain people, from situations, from our job, and we become free of the anxiety of it. And we must also surrender the past and the future, because the past is gone. It is not, nothing is there now. It's all gone. And the future is yet to come. That is also not in our hands. So what we have to be only in the present. So by surrendering your past, you become free from sadness, from regret, from guilt. And the future also, when you surrender, you become free from the anxiety and worry that is coming because of the worry of the future. And the main point is that you must surrender all your negative emotions and feelings. Now, this is the most hard part actually in life, that does not allow our spiritual growth to happen. And many times when we are beginners in meditation, we cannot easily let go of these deep rooted negative feelings. So the easier way and the most fastest way of becoming free of these negative feelings is to surrender these negative feelings and emotions to the divine. Negative feelings and emotions, they are a reflection of our inner world. So when negative feelings are too predominant in our mind, it is telling us that we are not centered, we are not at peace with ourselves. Our soul's light is not shining bright enough. That is why we are clouded by negative emotions and feelings. So the simplest way is that we learn to surrender again and again, surrender daily. When we surrender again and again and daily these negative feelings, what happens? They begin to fade away. You must combine this with meditation, of course. Every day you must meditate and then practice a small surrender meditation with which your negative emotions will go away faster. Tough emotions like anger from the past, regret from the past. Sometimes those emotions are so tough, we cannot let go of them easily. Years we hold on to them. Those emotions, when we practice surrender again and again, we are easily able to let them go and we don't feel overwhelmed by those emotions. Today's modern world, people are running to counselors, people are running to psychiatrists, paying so much of money, just to get relief from this anger, from guilt, from resentment. But it is so easy to become free of this by practicing surrender. Now, even in relationships, surrender helps us a lot. Now, what do we have to give up in relationships? We have to give up the need to be correct all the time in relationships. Usually, when do the arguments and fight happen in relationships? Because both the parties, they feel they are only right, so they start fighting. But if we let go, if we surrender the need to be right all the time, easily peace can be maintained in a relationship. We must learn to listen to the other person's perspective also in life. And nobody is wrong in their own part. They also have a certain perspective. So once we surrender this need to be correct all the times, once we surrender the expectations from the other person, from our spouse, from our friends, from our relatives, and we surrender the need to be in certain roles. Now, what happens in relations, especially in husband-wife relationships? We feel that we have to do a certain role. Um, conditioned like that. A man has a certain role, a wife has a certain role. Wife has to cook all the time and a husband has to earn all the time. But it need not be so. When we surrender this need to be in a rigid role, that is the time we become free, and we surrender this need to be in a particular role, and we can switch roles. In the modern life, it is already happening. Sometimes when the husband is without a job, he stays at home and the woman also goes and earns the money. Husbands are also looking after children nowadays. So that is a better cohesiveness in matrimonial relationships. So acceptance comes easily of the other person in relationships, and also, the present moment. So when you are surrendering, you must have faith, immense faith, and you must trust the divine timing. They say that on the physical plane, time is linear. But in the spiritual plane, in the cosmic consciousness, time is not linear. So the divine timing is very important. Your dreams will manifest according to divine timing. But we get impatient, we get restless that we want the result right. So trust the divine timing, trust the divine that He has planned something very good for you and it will happen at the right time. And life so happens at its own pace. Today, in this fast paced modern world, we want everything instant, and that's why all the stress is there. But when we surrender again and again, we start understanding that life happens at its own pace. So, what are the benefits? If we do a summary, what are the benefits of surrender? The benefits are that you become less anxious, you become less stressed, better relationships, stronger sense of fulfillment. You get a deep sense of fulfillment when you are in surrender, because now you don't have to be caught up, in the result. So you are fulfilled only. Why? Because you have given your 100%. So that is why you know for a fact that you can be at peace and you can grow creatively, and even your intuition increases. Obviously, when you are calm, you are peaceful, you're doing meditation, you're doing surrender meditation. What happens? You start becoming more intuitive, and you are able to recognize the opportunities that are coming on in your life. Surrender is a lifelong journey that brings deep freedom and satisfaction. Welcome it fully and see how it changes your life. Yeah. And to add a few words of Ramana Maharishi, he has spoken a lot about surrender. He has said that there are two paths to liberation. One is self-inquiry and the other is surrender. He has rated surrender as the highest to get liberation. He says it is the fastest and easiest way to liberation. See, what happens in surrender is that your ego dissolves when you say, I have surrendered complete to the divine. I have surrendered everything to the divine. What happens at that moment? Your ego dissolves, your small mind dissolves, and it merges into the big mind. The big mind is the cosmic consciousness. So, it is the fastest way to
Ma'am, ma'am, we are not hearing your voice.
so okay now.
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
So life
Ma'am, you
becomes
can
an
also,
effortless flow.
yes, go
Yes.
on, ma'am. Yes, yes. No issues, go on.
In this way, we become free from the burdens of surrender. Life becomes an effortless flow. So those of who keep into meditation initially or are having trouble releasing your negative emotions, are having troubles with achieving your goal,
Nilu, ma'am?
network issue.
Yes.
Yes. Can you hear
Ma'am, you
me?
can also switch off camera. Ma'am, if your data limit has
Okay.
reached
Any
exhausted, so you can switch
what
off
has
the
happened?
camera, ma'am. For better network, you can
Okay.
switch off the camera and go on with the audio, ma'am.
Okay, and anyway, now it is, we are going to do a small guided meditation. Yeah, so I'll switch off the camera. Can you hear me still?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Now you are
So we'll
audible.
do a small, yeah. So we can do a small guided meditation. Yeah, this meditation is for surrender, and we should do this meditation daily. Mostly I recommend at the end of the day. Why? Because at the end of the day you have collected all the thoughts, and all the negative emotions come while interacting with people, or you have become caught up in your goals. So if you practice surrender meditation at the end of the day, that is when it becomes easy. You become free of all these negative emotions, and you can sleep peacefully. So just before your night meditation, do the surrender meditation, and then afterwards you can do your regular meditation and go to sleep.
Okay, masters, if you have any queries, you can interact with Parneel ma'am. Some people are saying they missed out on some points. You can ask to Parneel ma'am, masters.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, thank you so much, Parneel ma'am, for your wonderful spiritual wisdom share about surrenderness and for your guided meditation. It felt like very nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, yes, masters. If you have any questions, please come.
You can also share your meditation experience, masters.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful wisdom and wonderful guided meditation, ma'am. I felt whenever you feel, as you said, it is best time to do this guided meditation before meditation. But I feel whenever you feel low in any time of the day, you can do that meditation and get relief.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah,
You
thank
can
you.
do it whenever those feelings are coming. You can keep surrendering those feelings to the divine. And the prayer that you should do when you're asking for some goals to be achieved, you should say that God, you can say, give me this thing or even something better. Because we don't know only what is best for us, only the divine knows what's best for us. So if we say we want only this thing, what happens is we are stuck. But if we say or something better, then something better may also come in our lives. Thank you so much.
And Sindhura ma'am, can
Today is
I
a
read
class.
some?
Today is a classic example that how things did not go the way we wanted them to. But if you are, in the state of surrender, nothing bothers you and you can remain peaceful and calm. So God gave us a live demonstration. Thank you.
Yeah. So Sindhura ma'am, can I read some points so that like our masters were asking like they have missed few things so that
Yes, ma'am. Sure, sure. Sure,
okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. So Neeluji was Parneel ma'am was telling like we must surrender from the past. Like past, we have all the guilt and sadness, and also we must surrender from the past and to get rid of all those things and also surrender from the future. Like we will be having anxiety and worry and all. So she said like we have to be in the present and. So she said again, surrender again and again, so that we'll be free from all the negative emotions and all in the fastest way. So surrendering is one of the highest and fastest way to get the liberation. So the ego, the main thing is the ego gets dissolved in small mind, and so the small mind also dissolves and merges to big mind, which is the conscious mind. And she said like stronger self of fulfillment and better relations we attain like from surrendering and all. So these are the things, and she has got a lot more things. And I hope this got helpful to some masters who have missed the points. And yeah, you can continue, Sindhura ma'am.
And main is not to be attached to the results of our actions.
Yes, Lord Sri Krishna told like you do only.
That is the main point we were discussing, that why our dreams don't get fulfilled and why we become so stressed and anxious is that we get caught in the attachment to the result of our actions. We have to surrender that. Then we become free.
Yes. Yes, you told the example of Sri Krishna, what he told. Do not expect anything from others. This is also one effective.
Any other masters wants to share about this wisdom? About surrendering? Or you can also share about the meditation experience.
I think Vedavati garu.
Good evening, everybody. See, you say, I mean, generally, do not expect anything. But see, we are human beings, we are not gods. When we do something, we naturally expect, not to the, I mean, fullest, but at least some things.
What we are saying is that we have to surrender the attachment to the expectation. We can keep some expectations in personal relationships, right? After all, we are human beings, like you said, right? But if those expectations are not fulfilled, we must not become upset about it. We must let it go. It is letting go of the attachment to the expectations, letting go of the attachment to the judgments we are making of other people. You understood? There is a difference. There is a thin line between the two. We are not saying give up your dreams, give up your expectations. We are not saying that. We are saying that give up the attachment to it. If it happens, then also good. If it doesn't happen, even better.
That's okay. See, mentally, physically, it is okay. When it comes to material, then
same thing we have to do. We have to let go of the attachment to the result. We are not saying that don't try to achieve your results. You must. You need money, you need clothes, you need house, you need everything, right? So keep working towards your goals. Keep your personal relationships. Keep making efforts. But if the results are not coming the way you want it, after having given 100%, 1000%, even then, if the result is not coming, so what is happening? Then it is causing you a lot of sadness, anxiety, stress. And that is why at that point exactly we must surrender the result to the divine at that point. When we are able to do that, we become free from that anxiety and stress. The result will come. Something even better will come once we let it go.
So Vedavati garu, yeah. What
that has to happen.
Will happen, yes.
Have you felt any time like a lot of disappointment?
Ah,
Yeah, that is
only
because you are,
only
yeah,
disappointments.
yeah. If you want to get rid of the
Not once,
disappointment, then
always.
start practicing like do not expect from others. Then you will see the change.
See, others in the sense, and not anybody walking on the street.
Yeah. No, we are not talking about that. It generally everything like whoever we are like in family and all those things, family, friends and all, right?
Family, friends,
Stranger and all will keep
relations.
aside. Yeah, I'm talking about the family
See,
and all. If you keep on expecting, no, you'll get disappointed because if you have an apple, if you give an apple, feel happiness like you have shared. That will stay forever. If you expect like today I gave her apple, she must give tomorrow, then that's only you will be left with
hey,
disappointment. So the thing is like do not expect anything from others. If you are able to help, help and leave it. They'll
see,
say, right, if we give with right hand, even left hand shouldn't know
should
because
know.
expectations.
See,
Yeah, that is the thing.
I'm not talking very personally. Generally,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking.
yeah. Yeah,
No,
anything, no, if we do not expect anything, no, that is ultimate.
if you want to have expectations, no, ma'am, have expectations from the divine. Have full
Ah,
expectations from the divine that the divine will give you whatever you want. We can have total expectation from the divine, and the divine never makes us unhappy. He gives us much more than we want, much more than we can imagine we need. So if you want to have, now stop expecting from others, have this expectation from the divine. Is that better?
Selfless
I
service
mean,
also.
that's what I told you. I'm not talking very deeply or very personally. I'm just telling generally. See, all these points I know. I have read, I have
Sometime or
experienced.
the other, somebody will disappoint you. So it is better that you shift your expectations to the divine, because the divine never disappoints you. Have
That is
expectations, but have it from the divine.
Maybe
Okay?
ma'am is telling about the responsibilities. I think she's little talking about responsibility. The other person also should feel responsible to give it back like that. That is
exactly,
different.
exactly.
Yeah. That is different. It's like it's only that vibrations we can create and send so that they'll react to that.
We
It's
cannot
different.
force
Yeah.
anybody to take responsibility. We cannot force anybody to give responsibility. We cannot say, take this responsibility.
See,
You know,
they also should have that
responsibility
gratitude.
Yeah, they
Huh?
should also have the gratitude.
They should have also have that gratitude.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
should have the gratitude. So we should just leave a thought like they should, if they start also feel like the way they need to give this thing or they should have practice gratitude and all, no? Then slowly they will get to. But the main
that's
thing
what
should
we
expect.
should we should pray divine that
That is up to them.
he
That is
should give
up to
us
them. If you are willing to
a
give,
lot of
you give it and leave it. That's it. That is only
uh,
our responsibility. Other thing is that from other side, we don't have to worry about that.
no. I'm just pray. I mean, divine that he should give us lot of courage
Yeah.
to forgive them, to forget, forgive all that.
We shouldn't think like that also. It's only
Like,
up to us. It's only up to us how we are like that. If anything they want to change, no, it's up to them. You just tell and leave it. That's it. You don't have to feel any responsibility. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Vedavati ji. Yeah, Sindhura ma'am.
thank you.
Any other masters who want to share? You can share your experience. So, okay, one point I would like to add here. There is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, a very popular verse. Karmane vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. I think that is the very you know practical way of surrendering that Lord Krishna has told in the Gita, as per my knowledge, that you have right only on work, but not on the result. So sometimes
Yes.
we give our, yes, 100%, but there are some things that are not in our control, even in materialistic life or any part of your life. So we can do what we can do in our position, with our status or the power we have in the society or family. We can only do that much. And the things that are influenced from outside, there are the laws, different laws, rules in the society, in government. So that is not in our control. So
Yeah,
this is how
correct.
I understood.
Yeah, that's what Madam was also telling. Sri Krishna was telling, like, do only action and do not.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the same.
That only
Yeah.
the short form of this verse was I mentioned right in the beginning. It was a
Yes.
short form of this verse only.
Yeah. And yeah, Reddy Prabha ji, do you want to unmute? So she left a good, like, wonderful message. Like, yeah, you can tell in your own words, Reddy Prabha.
Yes, madam. Good evening, masters. What I know is, as per my knowledge, I want to share. Do Niswartha karma is better thing. So anything happens, either good or bad to us, think it is for our goodness only, and take it is in positive way. Then we will be very happy. Uh, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful, Reddy Prabha garu. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other masters who want to share their wisdom? Okay, masters, we will end our session here. Tomorrow we will meet at the same time with holistic wellness topic. Wish you all good night, masters.